This is Lab 7. I'm Cory Brown and my lab partner is Pickman. Lab 7 consists of 5 parts. This is part 1, where the task was to create 3 state machines to control 4 LEDs. The top 3 will blink 1 second each in a pattern like that, and the bottom one will just blink on and off 1 second. So currently they're both on a 1 second period. As you can see, it's working fine. And you can see. This is part 2, where it's the same program, except now the state machine controlling the first 3 LEDs is running on a 300 millisecond period, whereas the bottom one is still on a 1 second period. So they're running at different time periods, basically. This is part 3 of the lab, where we still have the same setup of LEDs, but now we have a buzzer to make noise and a switch. So we've introduced another state machine that when this switch is turned on, the buzzer will buzz at a 400 Hertz frequency, and this is controlled through another timer on a state machine that's set to 2 milliseconds. So as you can see, it works fine. This is part 4, the first challenge exercise, and it's essentially the same as part 3, except now we have 2 buttons here to control the pitch. This is done by modifying what the timer for the state machine controlling the buzzer looks for. So now, rather than going off every 2 milliseconds, it'll go off whatever the button increments it to. It starts at 2, and then it can go up or down. There you go. This is part 5 of our lab, where we implemented a binary counter, where if you hold this button, it'll increment, and this button, it'll decrement. The thing about this counter is that if you hold the button for 3 seconds, it'll speed up the counting process. So as a demonstration, you can see that the counting process got much faster. Normally it counts on 1 second intervals, but after 3 seconds of holding the button, it switches to 400 millisecond intervals. Like the previous counters, if you hold both buttons, it resets it still. There you go.